Where's B-127?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series SS-38 Bumblebee movie Optimus. Hold up, I'm just testing out my whole thingamadoodle because before we take a look at this, we need to take a look at the box, and the box, last time I tried to make a review on this, the box reflected onto my face, but now I have this kind of face covering thing, so that shouldn't be an issue. So taking a look at the packaging, you can see background, you got Optimus Prime 38, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Transformers on the side, Optimus Prime on the side, Optimus Prime. On the back, you have Optimus Prime product shots, 35 steps. The iconic Art Deco suspension bridge spans 4,200 feet and is open to car, bike, giant converting robot, and foot traffic. Then you got a product shot of a Constructicon Rampage from forever ago. You got all the fun things that are on the box. But this is not a video about a box. Oh boy. This is a video about a figure. And oh boy, what a figure this is. So, SS-38 is based on concept art for the Bumblebee movie Optimus, so it's not, like, hyper accurate, but it still looks really nice. That head sculpt especially, I love that head sculpt for Optimus. You got the arms, you got the great abdomen detail, you got the legs. Basically, it's just G1 Optimus with live-action bits and pieces. Now, in terms of articulation, this guy's pretty articulated. Head is on a ball joint, very tight ball joint. It'll look up about that far. It'll look down. It'll tilt slightly. It'll rotate. Shoulders, pull this piece up. You can get them to go a full 360. And this piece will shift out of the way as you move that. I wish it was spring-loaded, so that way it would move down with this, and then you could hold it up, bring this down, and then it would snap back. I wish it was spring-loaded, but this is a studio series; they don't do that. There's a bicep rotation. That's what that's called. A single joint at the elbow, that bends a little over 90. Wrist swivel, that only works on one side for my copy. This thing will not twist, no matter how hard I push it. You do get a waist swivel. If you want to mistransform it a little bit, you can unpeg the back and bring these wheels out to get a... Come on. A fake ab crunch kind of situation going on, kind of like SS-102, because SS-102 is a partial retool of SS-38. It was originally meant to be a full retool, but no, they decided to just completely remake a couple parts. Hips kick forward that far, they kick back, not at all, due to the hip being situated in the front and not in the middle. Thigh rotation, once again, I wish these hip skirts were spring-loaded, so that way they would snap back down. A single jointed bend at the knee, that bends all the way, and then there's this shifting piece right here. Finally, the feet can go down all the way, and pivot. Although, the inside of the leg does like to explode, and that'll happen often, and it's kind of annoying. Now, let's do size comparisons, because we have a lot of size comparisons to do. So, first off, we're going to compare Optimus Prime to his Autobots. So, here we have Brawn Megatron and Wheeljack. Next up, we have Ratchet and RC. So as you can see, a pretty decent Voyager. Now, we compare it next to some Decepticons. First up is Bumblebee movie Soundwave. Why doesn't he have a hand? Because I folded the hand in because this part of the hand broke off and I don't want to fix it. I tried fixing it, didn't work. Here we have Rumble, who never showed up in the movie, and if I put him down, you will barely be able to see him. But there he is. There he is right there. Just a little man. Then a better comparison to make would be Ravage. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Next up, we have this. I just so happen to have the exact Seeker that he picks up and rams into the ground. Thundercracker. And yeah, this is a big Voyager. This is a big Voyager. And now I think you all can guess what the last comparison is. It'll be Megatron, which Megatron is bigger than Optimus, and oh boy, these two look amazing together. Now, let's transform Optimus. Transforming this thing is a process. So, you're going to T-pose him. And then you want to take the chest, unpeg the chest windows, bring this piece out, fold that panel up, take the backpack, bring it out, bring these wheels out to the side, and shift this entire assembly up. Then you want to rotate this upper torso, take the wheels, peg them in all the way, and then you want to take this piece, snap it in. Now, we're going to take these panels, fold them out, and shift the windows in. That forms the front. Now we're going to rotate the forearm, rotate the bicep, bend the elbow, bring this all in. Take this piece and it'll go into that hollow gap. Open this panel and open this panel. That slot will go into that tab. And you will see a bit of color mismatch on this guy. A more orange-looking plastic here and a more red-looking plastic here. Two things. One, that is not as prominent in real life, even under the lighting. I can still see it. And two, out in natural lighting, you will not see that. Then bring that up, peg it in, and do the same thing on the other side. Bang. Now, something I see a lot is these hip skirts need to be lined up with this. So, next, you want to take those two slots, and those will peg into those two tabs. So, just snap that in. Now for the legs, you want to take this piece, bring it up, take this piece, bring it out, take the entire shin and bring it up, collapse that piece and snap it in, flip it in, then bring this piece around, that tab will go into that slot, put the gas can flush, take the foot, extend it, rotate it, swivel in, that slot will go into that tab, so just peg that in. Once again, do the same on the other side. Bang. Except this time you want to take the trailer hitch and flip it out. And then this tab will go into that slot, that tab into that slot, and those two will hook together. So just peg all of this stuff together. And then these two pegs will go into these two things, or those two ports into those two pegs. And boom. Let's lower the camera so that way I can show you guys Optimus Prime in his truck mode, which I love this truck. Good old flat nose truck. Now then, this wheel does not touch the ground, but apparently that's accurate to actual trucks. I forgot to discuss the ion blaster. Looks really nice. It's got a lot of sculpted in detail, and in alt mode, it just... yeah, that's definitely not conspicuous at all. So now, turning to size comparisons, here we have Brawn, Wheeljack, Ratchet, RC. Now, Decepticons. We got Soundwave, the absolute behemoth that is Thundercracker, and finally, Megatron in tank mode, and Megatron in jet mode. So with all those comparisons out of the way, I'd say it's time to get into some final thoughts. So I like this figure. Now then, so it is an older figure. It is SS38, so unfortunately I wouldn't be able to recommend it. But it recently got a reissue, so it's showing up at GameStop, so you can actually order this thing for a decent price because it got a reissue. You can order this thing and have it for its retail cost instead of paying extra like I unfortunately did for Christmas. Can have the thing for the price that it's worth. So that has been all for today. I will see you all in the next one.